What's going on? We back. We back. We back. We back. For the inconvenience. What's going on? What's going on? We back. The Deprogram show is back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. Waiting on my guest, Rashad Jennings, aka Shadzilla. Cut this light off. There we go. There we go. We gonna do it like that. What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Waiting on my guy, Rashad Jennings. Thank y'all for tuning in. While we're waiting on the guest. All right, here you go. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's up? Hey, I couldn't get that live. I couldn't get that live right for nothing.
Man, when I do it on my phone, it tune right in. When I do it on my laptop, it be tripping.
I don't think you can go live from the laptop.
I mean, I was live. I just couldn't have nobody join in.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
What's going on with you, man?
Man, not much, man. Chilling. I'm still in the office right now. Trying to knock out some stuff. You know, got Thanksgiving coming up. Then I'm going out of town on Friday.
You always at it, man.
Man, gotta be, man. We building. We building.
That's what's up. For those who don't know, man, I introduce yourself, man. Tell the people about you, man, because I know, you know what I'm saying? You know I know.
Yeah, you know. Man, I gotta introduce myself. Okay, Rashad.
Okay, I got you. My bad. I want y'all to welcome the guest tonight. He's in the Chattanooga State Hall of Fame. Also, led the NCAA in rebounding. What else? Played professionally overseas. Graduate of Howard High School. Also graduate of Arkansas Little Rock. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, you have a star role student in high school. I'm pretty sure you made the D's list in college. Y'all give it up to my special guest, Rashad Jennings, a.k.a. Shadzilla.
Thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah. So what's going on?
Man, I ain't too much going on, man. Just trying to stay safe and just trying to stay in the middle of the road. What you got going on?
Same thing, man. Trying to stay safe, stay out the way, you know, build this company up, you know, help my team, you know.
Okay.
Same old.
So we gonna start from the beginning, man. Cause I know even when you was overseas, you grew up in College Hill courts. We know it as the West Wing. You even put it on your jersey, man. I remember that.
I put the wing on my back when I was in Taiwan. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this crazy story, right? They was asking me, what name, because they said Jennings was gonna be too big. So I was like, all right. I said, so what should I put on the back? Like, you put what you want to put. And I tell, like, they already called me. They was calling me Wayne because I be saying it here where I go. But so I put the Wayne on my back.
That was big, man.
Yeah. I played like literally like that kept me with a connection back to home because Taiwan was a stretch. You got one American on the team, and my teammates, like, we was cool, but like they was doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was walking Taiwan dolo most of the time.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. Let's go. Let's start off with what made you initially growing up in college here, of course, the West Side. What got you into playing basketball initially?
I mean, we had a rec center in the neighborhood, so that had a lot to do with it. We get out of school, we go to the rec center, we playing ball. When football season come around, we playing every sport. Just to stay busy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it was
So
man. But go ahead.
now go ahead. My bad.
No, I'm just saying that's what we did. As kids. Like, I mean, I know it's different today. Everybody in front of a screen. But when we got out of school, we couldn't wait to get out the house. Oh, we
Oh, of
gonna have
course.
some homework or some chores or something. Like, we gotta get out the house. You know what I'm saying? So, we was, it was inevitable, really.
Okay. So I know you played ball. You played ball at Howard first.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit of what that was like. I know that was probably a minute ago, but tell us what
Yeah.
that was
Well, I
like.
went to City in the ninth grade. I went to City my freshman year, and then they
Did you
changed
play at
it.
City?
Yeah, I played JV, but they changed it to a performing arts school, and then I transferred to Howard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, what was the transition from City to Howard like for you?
Well, the transition when I went to Howard, I didn't know nobody. So when I went to City, we had came up from Norman Park to Chattanooga Middle, to City. So I with all my friends. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. But when I went to Howard, I didn't know nobody, so I had to start from scratch. The only people I knew at Howard was my two cousins, Tisha and Tasha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Who was like? Let me start out with this. Who was far as playing with and competition? Who was the guys that pushed you in practice that you played with?
At
First of
Howard?
all, yeah.
Oh, of course. My boy Dominique, man. We used to battle. And Norman. Me, Dominique, and Norman down, we used to battle in practice. So we used to push each other.
You talking about Dominique Johnson and
Norman
what's
Harris.
Norman's last name?
Norman Harris.
Yeah. Y'all had, if I'm not mistaken, y'all went to the state area. You were there, right?
Yeah, we went to the state area. So my senior year, man, we got upset in the sub-state against
Woo,
Upperman
hold
at
on.
home.
So hold on. I thought that was so you weren't on the team that got beat by York Institute.
Nah, that was the year after me. They went again after I left.
Okay.
Yeah, but my senior year, cause man, boy, you bring back memories now.
Yes, sir.
we got upset by Upperman. Man, this dude name, I remember his name. His name Wes Shanks. He went 6 for 6 from three. And like it was just like, bruh, like we wasn't expecting that. Like we was on the road. Like we came out and played, but like they just shot lights out that night. And we got on up out of that's the only year we didn't go to state. We went my junior year.
So that was the team where could nobody miss. I think I was at that game.
Yeah, like they shot lights out that game. Like I couldn't believe it really. Like, damn. And that was the headline, man. It's funny, man. I remember the headline too. Cause we supposed to got a new gym after that. And that was the last time we supposed to been playing in here in Bowles Gym. So the headline read, Wes Shanks shoots lights out, or it said Upperman shoots lights out at Howard to shut the building down or something like that. That shit, it was crazy.
So okay, after Howard, you went from City. Well, talk about you said you played with Norman, you played with Dominique. Y'all had one Sir Lee on that team, Sir Lee, Ricky
Oh
Hall.
yeah. I thought you were talking about the people like in practice, like as far as bigs, but yeah, it was me, Surly, Ricky, Glenn Poole.
Lil Boo was on our team too, Rodney
Yeah,
Henderson.
Lil Boo was a sophomore. Now Lil Boo probably was a freshman. Yeah. Now we had a squad, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, man, even our 6-man, man. T. Lee came off the bench, averaging about 10 left. He get hot on you and run off a few on you. You know what I'm saying? So we were deep. We didn't expect to lose in the sub state like that.
Okay. So that was your last game at the crib at Howard, and you lost. What was going through what was the mindset of the team after that?
Man, we was shocked. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I'm telling you, man. Like we was trying to make a run in the state, not just make it to the state. Cause shit, we ran through the sectionals, the regionals or whatever that was. We won the region. Like we ran through that shit. So we thinking like, my bad, I ain't mean to cuss, but
Oh, yeah,
like,
I understand.
we finna make a run. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the feeling, like damn, now what? Like I'm done. Like now we gotta. And
Can you hear me? Man, I hope my man phone ain't that. We gonna wait. I think I lost him. We gonna wait for him to tune back in. I know he coming back. Juan Valdez. I don't know by that name, but if I see a better picture, I know I remember you. Say you ain't seen me in years. Man, I lay low, man. I'm gonna wait on my guest to tune back in, man. I think we had some difficulties, but we're gonna see if we can get him back on here. There you go. Let's see. Let's see. All right. He coming back. He coming back. We lost him, but we back. We back.
man, my bad. My phone run. I'm trying to put it on, I'm trying to put it on Do Not Disturb. You know what I'm saying? Man, when you go live, man, your phone's supposed to automatically not ring. Man, they supposed to get that right.
Hey man, busy as you is, we understand, man. We understand.
I ain't mean to mess up the interview like that, man. I think I put it on Do Not Disturb.
All right. So you said y'all was kind of in this in disarray, basically.
Yeah, well, Sir Lee and Ricky and Boonham, they had more years, but like me, Dominique, like all the seniors, Glenn, like all the seniors, like, we was like, damn, like, and I don't think nobody had no offers like that. Like, I ain't had no offers, and I was a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think nobody had no, because we didn't play AAU. That's when, I mean, we weren't getting enough exposure, really.
Okay.
We really weren't playing outside of Chattanooga either, you know what I'm saying? It was either UTC or one of those schools in the little region, you know what I'm saying?
So I want to touch on this too. In high school, how tall were you? Boy, I probably got another call. Y'all be patient with my man. He busy man, busy man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got another call. Y'all stay tuned in. He gonna bounce back. For all y'all, also go to the YouTube page, the Deprogram Show. When you get through watching this video, share this video because we're gonna touch on some interesting topics. And we gonna dive into real estate. Yeah, we gonna definitely dive into real estate because that's his niche. So we gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on my man to come back. Also, go subscribe to the Deprogram show and type in the comments if y'all after y'all get through watching this, or send me an inbox on who y'all want me to get on the show next. Got
Hey,
another call, man.
nah, I think that's it, bro. I went in the settings this time and did it.
All right.
Man, I don't know, man. I hope it's nobody called back through.
I mean, that's understandable. So you said I was asking you, how tall were you when you was in high school?
About 6'6", yeah, about 6'6". I probably shot up
So,
another inch and a half after that.
so you was 6'6", and how tall were you when you started high school? Because I remember you
Oh
hit that one of them
yeah,
spurts.
I about 5'10".
So you went from 5'10" to 6'6".
Yeah, I was a guard. I was a guard at first. I was a guard at first, and I ran cross country and everything. Like I was a
Okay.
long distance runner.
Cause I remember when you was shorter than me. Then that thing, I know I'm looking up like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I hit a spurt, man. That spurt hurt too, man. I was always in the doctor. I had this disease called Osgood Schlatter's. Well, I had the growth. You growing too fast, so my shit was real tender. My sophomore year at Howard, I was playing in knee pads because if you bump into them, it'll be over for me. They're like tender, real tender. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's when I had that big growth spurt.
Okay. So after high school, you said you didn't really have no offer.
No, I ain't had none. Not really. I ain't had none. So I had ended up trying to walk on at TSU. That's where my mom went to school at. And they was like, man, it's funny, man. I was gonna actually make a post about this. Like, it wasn't like they was even good. So the fact they told me I wasn't good enough, like that shit was like made me even madder. You know what I'm saying? Like they was like 2-29 that year. I'm gonna
And
tag you in it when I post it. And then it's crazy, man. Like I'm like, damn, I wasn't even good enough for them. But I wasn't thinking like that. They tripping. You know, I always knew I was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, they tripping. They don't know what they talking about. But yeah, dawg, I went up there. I ended up playing intramurals that year because they said they weren't taking no more players. But I used to go to practice and stuff. And I tried out and everything, but they were like, nah, just. But I had went and played intramurals my freshman year, my first year
so,
out.
so after TSU, if I'm not mistaken, you came back. Is that when you came back to Chat State?
Yeah, but yeah, so this was in the summer, right? So after I played intramurals at TSU, I came back in the summer, and at this time, I had 12 gold teeth, and this was about the time my hair started falling out, so I had the stocking cap on, and I was playing in the Y. I was playing in the Brandon YMCA, and Sydney Pointer was like, man, you need to come over here with us. And I was like, all right, I went up there, started practicing. I wasn't thinking about going to Chat State. I was gonna go back to TSU and try it again. Like, now I'm back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I started going over there playing with them, and I ended up making the team. So I ain't started out with on scholarship. I went on the academic scholarship. You know what I'm saying? And then I just kept playing and playing, and then one day, Coach Williams called me in his office, and he gave me a scholarship.
Okay. So how many years did you actually play at Chat State?
I played two. So my first year out of high school, I went to TSU. I played in the Murals. So my clock didn't start yet. So when I go to Chat State, I'm a freshman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you On your first team, what was that experience like? Them first 2 years in college at Chat State.
Man, it's crazy, man, because, coming from walking on to my first two games, I came off the bench. Then I started starting. To be honest, I was happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? I was just happy to be there at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, like I'm on the team, we winning, we got a good squad. I'm coming up. You know what I'm saying? And shit, just that first year, it was just like, man. And I remember too. So like I said, I was just happy to be there at that point. And then one day, Coach Williams was talking, and he said something like, "When you get to your D1." But at that time, I wasn't even thinking I can go D1. He just
Okay.
seeing it like, he just seeing it like he saw it before I saw it, like, oh, this is a D1 player. So one day he said something like, "When you get to your D1," and I remember listening. I'm like, damn, yeah, I am going D1. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my first year, man, it was a lot of discovery, man, a lot of learning. I think I shot up that my first year, my freshman year.
Okay. So, was Jake Price still the coach at that time?
Now, Coach Williams was the coach the first year. Then Coach Williams took the girls' job at TSU. Then Jay Price coached me my sophomore year.
Okay.
And Jay Price,
So, so the initial coach, he seen it.
yeah. So Sidney brought me through, man. He pulled me off the YMCA, man. He pulled me right out the Y. And I went over there, started playing pickup, and shit. You start hearing people talk, then I feel like, I'm going to stick around. Then I walked on, and he gave me a scholarship, just like progression, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So that first year, like I said, it was a lot of discovery.
So, what's the difference? What was the difference for you playing JUCO and playing D1? Because you moved up and played D1. So, before we get to that, what was the difference for you playing JUCO and D1?
The biggest difference for me playing JUCO and D1, to me, I don't want to sound cliche, but to me, it really wasn't no difference because in JUCO, you playing against some of everybody. You playing with D1 players that just don't got the grades compared
Okay.
to TT. You know what I'm saying? You got some JUCO players, like everybody can play. Like we play tough. This Tennessee, Kentucky, JUCO region that Chess they play in, man, that's a tough league. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and the thing about me too is the mentality. Like I don't know, you probably can't get me to say it's the difference because this is just the way I think. It's 5-on-5, man. To roll it out. But
So,
players are, I say, players are they more athletic because you're dealing with a bunch of good players in a you know what I'm saying?
okay. So, coming out of Chat State, who was looking at you?
Oh man, so Oregon, I said that first because I almost went to Oregon and Arkansas Little Rock, Loyola Chicago. Man, I had a lot of offers, man. Damn near everybody except UTC.
Wow.
Everybody except UTC. Coach Truman used to apologize to him when he saw me though, so I respected that. At least he knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because if they would have offered me, I would have stayed home. But I think I needed to leave, so that worked out.
Why you think you need to leave? Touch on that.
Because man, I it would have been a better chance of me getting caught up. To be real, I just shit like even in Little Rock, I went out and stuff, but it was just a different vibe. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it, but it was good. Sometimes it's good to move around, man.
Okay. So you went from Chat State to Little Rock.
Yeah, I went from Chat State to Little Rock. Yep.
So what instills in you the grand for us? Like when did you know that you could rebound the way you rebound? Because you always had a knack to get that ball.
Yeah, man. I think, man, it's just honestly, bro. I just think the environment it made me want to. So I just played hard, right? And naturally by playing hard, I'm gonna get the more basketballs. And that is a stat that people keep up with. Now I'm gonna be the best at it, but like it just came natural, like because like I said, once again, it's mentality, right? So to me, it's no such thing as a loose ball.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or in basketball, they got this thing called 50-50 balls. But to me, it ain't no 50-50 balls. Them motherfuckers mine.
So that belong to you.
Yeah. So it's a mentality. Like in practice, it's the same thing. Like it's no on or off switch. Like people ask me all the time now, like, "Hey, you still hoop?" And I'm like, "Hell no!" Like I only got one gear. Like I don't know how to coast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't get out there and play old man basketball. Like if I can't do what I want to do mentally, like I'm cool. Cause like it just got one gear.
Okay. So moving to Arkansas Little Rock, how many years you played there?
I played 2 years there, so I played 2 at Chess State, two at Little Rock.
Okay. So what things did you learn while playing at Arkansas Little Rock, far as even on and off the court?
Man, it's crazy, man. In Little Rock, I learned that it was actually a business. I learned it was actually a business. Like it's crazy, man. Like people, it's money games and like it's crazy. Like it's a business. That's what I learned. Like as far as off the court, but on the court, you know, I just learned to do more. Be better than you are. You know what I'm saying? Like we had coaches, man. They was some good motivators. Like sometimes some dudes couldn't handle it because somebody on your ass all the time. They can't handle it. But like me, my mentality, man. Like you can't break me. Like I'm doing this anyway. I agree. And hell,
Okay.
let's go hard. You know what I'm saying? So I think they help because my coach he was aggressive and I'm aggressive. So it both elevate. You know what I'm saying? They elevated. So. Yeah.
So transitioning, what year do you remember what year you led the NCAA in rebounding?
2007.
2007. So you just this wasn't just D2, D3, this D1. You led the NCAA in rebounding overall in 2007. How did that feel?
Yeah. I mean, that felt good, man. Like I was trying to get to the league, man. I was trying to get there. So that was good, man, to know, like, damn, like this is this all 330 Division One teams, like everybody in the country. You know what I'm saying? And the thing, oh yeah, so the difference is too, right? To go back to your last question, I ain't really fully answer it.
Okay.
It's harder. It's harder at the D1 level because of film. See, now you got people studying you. You got people studying you got people studying your moves, what you like to do, what you don't like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like what push your buttons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just it comes more like I mean basketball is a thinking it's mental, but it's a lot more strategy too. Like, yeah. Cause they like
Okay.
man, like you just studying your opponent. So
So was that your last year when you led the league in rebound?
yeah, that was my senior year. So my junior year I was third. And I led junior college in rebounding too.
Okay. So what did you major in college?
Health science.
Health science. What made you choose that?
Man, honestly, man, I really am ashamed to say it because I should have knew better. But they kind of picked my major for me, man. Like, I ain't gonna. I should have said that on live. I mean,
I mean, it is what it is. But I know you're a smart dude, so you could have probably excelled in anything you wanted to.
oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, if I had to do it again, I mean, that was probably that was a good take. But I got a whole different take on college as far as now.
I mean, if you don't mind, touch on that. Cause I have my theory. What's your take on it now? Being a college graduate, what's your take on it?
I think it's an outdated model. Um, I think once the internet came into play, it changed the game on education. So now, don't confuse college with education.
And a lot of people do that.
Yeah. So I don't want nobody to be confused watching this live. I mean, I'm talking about you starting life at $150,000 in debt for the same education. Like it's just a different world out here. Like with the internet, like you can learn anything under the sun with the internet. And I actually gave this example the other day, man. Like people going to school for business, for example. For me, I'm not here campaigning. This is just my opinion.
Okay.
People going to paying $100,000, $200,000 to go to business school to learn from a teacher who's 9 times out of 10 not doing business. Because if he was doing business, he wouldn't have time to be teaching class. Like, so he's teaching theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more of a practical experience type of dude. Like I don't know if you saw that picture on my timeline. I took my team down to one of my flips at the beginning, and on Monday, yesterday, it was the end of the flip. So they can actually go out and touch it and feel it, and they can really like get experience doing it. Versus me standing in front of a board telling them how to flip it. You see
So
what I'm saying?
you are actually not only a businessman, but you can also teach business because you actually in business.
Right. All you gotta do is shadow me, and you're gonna learn. I'm big on internships now. So, like I said, don't confuse education with college because I just feel like now you better off going to get an internship because and I tell my creative team this too. Um, I want to know if you can do the job. Like when I'm hiring people, I don't ask where they went to college. Like I'm looking at what they skills. I'm looking at what they can do. Can you get started right away? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different wave right now. And
And it's
moving.
good that you understand that because a lot of times people get boxed out because they might not have went to college, but they have the ability to think quick, and they also have that hustle in them.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I just saw a post from CNBC that Tesla is hiring, and they don't. Elon Musk said, "I don't even care if you finish high school."
Wow.
He's looking for special people with talents, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking for people who can do the job.
So
You
he
know
get
what
it.
I'm saying? Yeah, that's the new wave. Like it just I don't know.
All right, so let's touch on after leaving Arkansas Little Rock, you was you felt like you had a pretty good chance to go to the league, right?
Yeah,
So what happened with that?
man, shit, I was fighting like hell, boy. I know that, but I mean, when I graduated college, I was I went to Philadelphia 76ers summer league. And I led the nation in rebound. I'm thinking like this is my first time in summer league. I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm finna get out here and I'm finna show them. So the first game come by, I ain't get in. The second game go,
Politics.
yeah, second game go by, I ain't get in. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? I call my age and I'm mad. I'm like, well, what's up, man? Like, he ain't put me in, like, but like, it wasn't no reason not to put me in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even say it's politics. I'm just explaining the story, but it's just like. So
Okay.
I was pissed off. So I asked to leave. I actually asked to leave summer camp because the Korean camp was coming up, and that was the next best job kind of that I knew of. Because in South Korea, they pay good money. So it's like, man, if I stay here and keep riding the bench, I'm gonna miss Korean camp. So I told
Okay.
my agent. So summer league was in Utah. So I flew from Utah to Vegas, straight into the Korean camp.
So you seen ahead of the curve.
Hell yeah, man. Like, as much as I want to be out there, I just knew, like, ain't nothing gonna change. But if I stay here, I'm gonna miss this other boat. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out for me because I ended up getting drafted in the KBL.
Okay. So what was that like in the Korean League?
Man, fast, a lot of shooters, and I ended up getting hurt, man. So I ain't stay over there as long as I would have. And that's another thing, man. I got hurt my second practice in Korea, and I never been hurt before. So that's like, that's crazy. I've never been hurt before. They used to call me the machine in college, but I get hurt the second day of practice.
So what was that like for you going through your whole career up to this point, not getting hurt, and then you like, dang, I got to deal with this injury.
Man, it was it was crazy, man. It was crazy because I was playing so good, and at the same time, I didn't do nothing to really get hurt. Like one day, I just woke up, like I didn't make a wrong cut, like nothing. One day, I just woke up, my knee was swollen, and I'm like, damn. So I'm trying to treat it and shit, but it ain't going away. So they took me to some Korean doctors. We did some X-rays. They sent me back to get surgery, but they were like, they're gonna bring me back. So I was supposed to have been only out for 6 weeks. I ended up being out for 18 months. Like I had
Dang.
to sit back. Yeah, I ended up being out for a year and a half. So they ended up bringing in another player. So once I had got back healthy, I had went to Germany.
So you started off in Korea, transitioned to Germany. Did you learn the language over there while you was over there?
No, not Korea. I speak Spanish, but Korean. We had a translator, man. So we couldn't even like. I mean, I don't know. It was hard to understand, really.
So when you went to Germany, it was a little bit more. It was better for you.
Yeah, I mean, now I gotta learn German. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, and some people speak English in Germany, but I mean, our coach spoke German.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he had to talk to the translator to get it to you.
Now, well, in Germany we didn't have in South Korea. In South Korea, we had a translator. In Germany, we just had to ask our teammates what coach say.
Wow. So what if you'd had a teammate who who was like, I'm gonna tell you what you think coach said, but
I mean, they probably did do that, shit. But at the end of the day, basketball a little different, man. You kind of know from his tone and his body language what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, like, that energy, like, somebody just fucked up, and you kind of know what coach talking about. You
yeah.
know, so you just asking them for reassurance.
Okay. So how long was you in Germany?
I was in Germany about 6 months.
Okay. So you basically made your name after you left Germany as far as professional.
Well, I think I made my name. Um, I think I made my name when I came in because I mean, I do the same thing everywhere I go. No matter what
So
it is.
so was it your decision to leave Germany or
Now the season was over. I mean, overseas is a little different too, man. Like very seldom people get 2-year deals unless you're a local.
yeah, I
Some people
see
get,
that.
yeah, like because this is the thing. As a player, you chasing the next best thing and the next higher salary. You know what I'm saying? And on the team side, they like shit. We can get another player. So a lot of times, people be chasing other teams, and other players, but a lot of times people get a 2-year deal. I almost got a 2-year deal in Turkey, but they they ain't like my agent, man. I guess he pissed them off. He was like, man, we not working with Gary. And I could have had that 2-year deal in Turkey, but it's all good.
So from Germany, you went to Turkey.
No, I didn't get to Turkey. I was about to sign a 2-year deal in Turkey, but they didn't want to work with my agent because within the negotiations, I guess he pissed them off.
Wow. So you ended up going to China after that.
Um, the Turkey situation. Nah, I ended up going to Singapore after that. Yeah, I went to Singapore. I love Singapore.
What did you love about Singapore?
Um, Man, it's clean. Um, I like the food. First and foremost, I got my wife cooking Singaporean food for Thanksgiving. So, yeah, for sure. Man, I like the food. I like the vibe, the people. I mean, my team. Like, it's just, I could live there, man. Like, it's expensive as hell, but you know, um, one of my goals is to buy one of my teams that I played on. Become ownership. And
Okay.
Singapore, one of the teams I would definitely consider and try to buy.
So how long did you play overseas as a pro?
8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So was you game during that time? What was did you have in your mind? Because I know you're a smart dude. Did you have in your mind playing after basketball?
Oh yeah, man. I was prepping for my transition while I was playing, man. Like, you can ask my teammates, man. Like when I'm in my room, I'm playing audiobooks. I play music too, but like, I ain't beating it in the head. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making sure I'm learning. I'm listening to audiobooks, Millionaire Real Estate Investor, different Rich Dad, Poor Dad books. When we traveling on the planes and then we're going through the airports, I'm in the bookstore trying to see, oh, what can I get? Well, how can I get an extra step up? You know what I'm saying? So I was prepared, and that's why I'm working on something to prepare athletes.
So how did you choose real estate? What made you say, this is what I want to do? This is what I want my niche to be in?
Man, my uncle KC, he was in real estate up in Detroit, and he used to always send me books and stuff. Like he was a book hoarder. Like they would go to like the flea market and just buy books. You know what I'm saying? Like um, so he had a lot of influence on me, man. Like, cause he's every time I see him, he's talking about, they call them 4-family flats. He's always be talking about buying a 4-family, with his VA and stuff. So, he just always, we used to always just talk real estate. And another one of my uncles, he invests in real estate too. So I kind of saw them two doing it, and plus the books. I was just reading Rich Dad. I wasn't reading Rich Dad for real estate. I started because that's part of the things that he talked about. So I'm like, damn, you can do this with real estate. So the Rich Dad books had a lot of influence too.
So is for those who don't know, is Rich Dad a series or is it just the Rich Dad Poor Dad?
It's a series. It's a series. Yeah.
So so is that the same uncle? Because I said I did my research on you. You got a video. I think it's the Day in the Life where you talks about how you read like 10 minutes in each book that you reading at the time. So is this the same uncle that left you the books?
Yeah. Yeah. So he left me his own set of books, but he got me into reading though. You know what I'm saying? But I had read Rich Dad before then, but I got a lot of books from him. I can't even explain how many books he had in his house when he died. Like I couldn't even get them all. Like my car was full to the ceiling, and I was by myself. And my other cousin, she filled her car with books, and we still didn't get it all. So that's how many books he had.
Yeah, it's very important to read, man, because there's more knowledge in a book than you can really even imagine.
Yeah, man, I like to do some of everything, man. I like to read. I like to read. I like to research on the internet, and I like to go do it. sometimes I learn on the job. Like, what I'm saying? Like, just do it. I give you an example, man. I was trying to use this new software, this little dialer software. It's called Mojo. And I'll be quick
Okay.
with this, but I caught myself, man. I was doing everything but fucking doing it. I was just avoiding it, really. Like, I was researching it. I was doing everything but doing it. But once I did it, I learned it. And I was like, damn, I should have just dove in from the jump. Save myself some time. So that's what I try to do with everything now. Like, instead of thinking about it too much, I'm just going.
Okay. So you tell me if I'm wrong. You're a licensed real estate. You licensed in real estate in Tennessee and Georgia, but you sold houses all over the country, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I sold houses in St. Louis, Florida. Man, I sold a house in St. Louis, a triplex, and I never even been to St. Louis. I sold it. I sold that house through Craigslist.
Okay. So, cause I hear a lot of people talk about getting in real estate. What advice would you have for those who have no idea on real estate but really want to get into it, basically about for the money situation? What advice would you get in?
One of the best things you can do is shadow somebody that's in real estate, or go work for free, or like not work for free, like just come dog yourself out, but like I'm a big believer in adding value. So if you want to learn something, and I also believe like a check don't have to be attached to everything. Like that knowledge, if you want to learn real estate, and just find somebody to shadow. And if you gotta work for free, work for free. Like I said, intern. Because that knowledge is gonna go further than any check you can get paid.
One thing I learned from you and also Jamal Hicks, who birthday today. Shout out to Maul, happy birthday, homie.
Birthday mall to pimp.
One thing I learned from you guys, cause he did an internship, and you talking about internship. An internship provides resources.
Man,
You
what?
might think you're doing it for free, but it provides endless resources.
Man, boy, man, an internship will get you in the door, man. Like you building real relationships. So what's that worth? You know what I'm saying? Like you getting real experience. What's that worth? And just like, so now when it's time to come up for the job, like you got experience. So somebody fresh out of college, let's take somebody who did an internship with this company and somebody fresh out of college with a degree. And I said both of them down. Who you think I'm gonna go with? Somebody who already know my systems and how I'm operating. I'm gonna have to train you from square one. So like, how far does that degree really go?
Okay. So you got a thing called, is it Bando Hunters?
Yeah, Bando Hunters.
Okay. Tell me, how did you come up with the name and what's that all about?
Man, I came up with that name probably about 2, 3 years ago. I had this idea in my head for about 2, 3 years, man. Like, just a bando is abandoned house, and when I'm going looking for these deals, I'm a bando hunter, and then we made a little show out of it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep trying to
That's
grow.
what's up.
We're gonna keep trying to grow it.
All right. Let me ask you this. Because you taught me something by watching your videos. Tell them your YouTube page and y'all go subscribe to it. Tell them that before I ask you this.
Go subscribe to Post Pro Shazilla on YouTube.
Yeah,
You can,
do that. Y'all go.
yeah, for sure. Go check me out, man.
Okay.
I'm just giving game on there, man. Having a little fun with it. Just and I'm answering questions in the comments too. So everybody want to know about real estate, go to my YouTube page and ask me some questions.
So you got a thing you was talking about. You was talking about hard money, and also private money as far as lending. Tell the people a little bit about that.
So before I go into the deep answer on the surface, the only difference between private money and hard money is somebody who made a company out of it, and private money is, it could be your friends, family, anybody with some money that you just write up a contract with, and y'all agree on the terms. You know what I'm saying? So to not confuse everybody, but so as far as hard money, like I said, it's more structured. You know, they kind of tell you what they're giving you. You know, they got to approve the deal and all that. And private money is just basically like, hey, Roland, I got this deal. You got 50,000. I give you this return. We'll write up a contract, and you know, when the house sells, you get your investment and your return. You know,
Okay.
so private money is better better to me than hard money because you get to negotiate your terms more.
And you mentioned one that's easier to close on. On your video, you talked about if I'm not mistaken, it's private money that's easier to close on than hard money.
Yeah, private money is easier because you know once y'all agree on the contract, they send you the money and then you close on the house. But hard money, you know, you got to go through hoops. Hard money gonna want you to get an appraisal, a feasibility study. They want to come out and check the work. You know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, hard money is more structured. Like it's a real company lending you money. It's just not a traditional bank. Private money is somebody like here, man. Here go 10K, bring my my return back, and I ain't gonna, you know, holler at me when it's done.
Okay.
It's a little more relaxed.
So, what's your vision for your company, as far as like where you want to take it to?
Man, we're gonna be one of the biggest investment firms in the country, man. You know, I'm getting ready to start a fund, and raise money for that fund so we can do bigger and bigger deals. We have post pro cash offer that where we acquire the properties. Then we have post pro real estate where we help people buy and sell their properties. Um, and then we also have the commercial side of it in the building.
And from what I'm hearing, from what I gather from your videos, when you work with a person, you just don't want them to be your employee. You want it to be a partnership.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm all about team, man. I big up everybody on my team. You know, even my photographer. You know what I'm saying? I call her Alice the Goat. You know what I'm saying? We spitting out positive energy, man. We got a good morale over here, and that's how I rock. You know what I'm saying? I want my whole team to eat. You know, I want my videographers to be the best videographers, my realtors to be the best realtors, my investors to be the best investors. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an abundance mindset. I think it's enough out here for everybody.
Exactly. So, man, let me see. So it's like to me, you like the you finna be, or you on your way to being the master P of real estate.
Man, shit, that'll be an accomplishment because I really respect P. You know, I respect his grind. You know, he kind of did everything you could possibly do coming from where he came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made it to the NBA. He was a music mogul. He doing movies. You know what I'm saying? He got food now, rice and noodles and stuff. So, that'll be a big compliment, man. I got a long way to go, man. But, we putting that work in.
Oh yeah. Cause see, one thing I noticed, man, like tell the people who really wanna own their own business and really wanna move forward in their life, what time do you get up?
Man, 4:44. I get up at 4:44 in the morning. Most mornings, I ain't gonna cap. It ain't every morning, but it's 4:44 every morning, man. Because when I started doing that 75 hard, um, I had to do that in order to get two 45-minute workouts in, and one of them got to be outside, rain, sleet, or snow. And one of my vlogs coming up, you're gonna see me out there. I was vlogging in the rain, but I had to do it because I had to get my outside workout in. You know what I'm saying? But in order for me to get everything done that I had to get it done in my day, I had to get up at 4:44, and I'm still barely making it because when I get off work, I gotta go put that second workout in at home for 45 minutes.
So it's a non-stop grind then.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey man, it's funny, man. I was explaining that to my cousin, and He was like, "Why you going so hard?" And I was like, "Shit, I'm just going." You know what I'm saying?
Because I always think about this. I know you've heard this term, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You got to get out here and do it, man. You know, I'm a big believer in, you know, making it happen. You know, like you can really change the trajectory of where you're going if you're determined about making it happen. Like, you know, when I started out in real estate, man, look, I don't want nobody watching this to think this was sweet. Bro, I came fresh off the court, nothing but some book knowledge. Like that's like I said, man, practical experience over theory. Like all that shit was theory. I knew what to do, but I never done it at that time. So until I actually started doing it, that's when I got comfortable. You know
So
what I'm saying?
what experience was your hard reality? And once you got to doing it, what experience let you know, hey, this real. This ain't nothing to play with.
You mean as far as any real estate or investing?
Whatever, I mean, whichever one you want to go into.
I mean, you know, I guess I'll start at the beginning. When I was first a realtor, I didn't do a deal for the first 6 months. I used to go in the office, just sit around, like, you know, but I just kept coming to the office. And one day, I think my broker, he threw me a bone. Like, I had one go and show one of his people. And that got me started. You know, he's like, "You want this lead?" I was like, "Yeah." So, you know, so to answer your question, the lesson in that was, you get licensed, you still got to go market. Like, I didn't know, like, damn, now I got to go market. Like, it's so many different things you got to do to run a business, because as a independent contractor, you do everything. Like, you got to market yourself, you got to answer the phone, you got to do the work, you got to do the paperwork, like everything, customer service, all that.
But that also helped you, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, it helped you see if I could do it on this end, I could do it for me.
Right, for sure, for sure. I mean, in Georgia, once you put your 3 years in, you can start your own company. So right around that same time, I think the company that I was with, you know, everybody was leaving, so I left too and started my own company. And like, yeah, that helped me, because now, even though I don't want to keep working in these all these different areas in my business, but now that I know how to do them, I can train somebody else how to do it.
So what's the biggest difference between working for them and working for you? What was the biggest difference for you?
Well, it's really not working for them. I was just an independent contractor under the umbrella,
Okay.
because that's basically like the law. Like, when you come in real estate as a realtor, you have to be under another company for 3 years, because it's so much legal stuff, and this high ticket items, man. You know, people selling their houses, you know, two, three, four, five, six, $700,000 houses. So they needed some type of regulation. Because, like I said, man, just because you pass the test, you still don't know real estate. You got to get out here. You learn real estate by doing it. You know what I'm saying? So they know. That's why that rule in place. You need 3 years, buddy.
So it's like, and doing that, is that what helps you recognize, as far as the school thing, that you is more hands on than just going in there and learning it, because you really got to still do the hands on work anyway.
Well, when I say hands-on work, I don't mean you don't have to swing a hammer. The hands-on
I
work is
mean, I get what you're saying.
yeah. So I mean, the hands-on work is going out there and looking at a house, like understanding the house. Like, now, I can walk in the house and I can walk. Oh, the foundation. Oh, I smell mold. Oh, this. Like, got to be able to dissect the house. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that from a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go in there and know how to price stuff. You got to know what needs what, and you know, you gotta actually get out there and do it. Now, once you get out there and do it, then you can systemize it. But you can't think you're gonna learn something in a book only. You gotta walk what you read, basically.
And I like what you're doing, man, because, like, honestly, it made me do my homework for this interview because one thing my wife helped me because she had watching HGTV with her for years and seeing you, I'm like, okay, so it's ringing a bell. And then I'm learning more. I'm learning about hard money. I'm learning about comps and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, so this avenue I ain't familiar with, so I'm steady learning. And I got to be familiar to talk to you about stuff I'm really foreign to, especially far as like hard money, private money, comps, and different things of that nature.
Yeah, man. And that's what I want the show to be, man. I wanted to kind of be educational, but like I be myself on there, but I want to be somebody that you can relate to, like when I'm explaining this. And another thing that I wanted this show to be was like, man, I don't want to just be in front of the board, just writing stuff on the board. Like when I'm talking to you about how to do this, I'm actually on site. Is my work. He leaving, but yeah, they actually on site. You know what I'm saying? Like I forgot I lost my train of thought. He had waved at me. What I was
Okay.
explaining?
You was talking about like as far as working, and because I was talking about comps and how I
Oh
learned a lot of
yeah.
stuff like that.
I want it to be educational, man. Like when you watch it, you get to learn it. Like when I tell you, I'm buying a triplex or a duplex, like I'm taking you to it, and I'm pointing to like what's wrong with it, so you can kind of see it, man. It's like a virtual tour kind of. I'm talking it in real time. Like I think that's different from standing in front of a board just trying to teach it. I do that too, man. I watch videos like that, but that can't be the only thing you do. You like
Exactly.
I don't care if you got a job, man. Get out here on the weekend. You got some time. Take 2 hours out the week. That's it, at least minimum, and go walk what you're reading, because it's gonna get to the point where you're just gonna be a bookworm. Like you're just gonna be, how some people, like a lot of people, they know what to do. Like they got all the knowledge. They can tell it better than the person that's doing it, but they ain't doing it. They ain't getting off the couch.
It's like I heard Kanye say what some people graduate and be still stupid. It's like they have the book knowledge, but are afraid or can't apply it, and it's really useless at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. The world love execution, man. Like, look, man. Ideas don't get shit done, man. Like, bro, it's a million ideas. Man, it's execution, man. Put this. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right here, live on your show. Um, man, I was like, man, one day, probably 2-3 days ago, I was like, man, you know what? I'm finna do some Bando Hunter merch. I'm finna give me some merch for the Bando Hunters. This is gonna be its own brand. You know what I'm saying? So what I
Exactly.
do? I woke up this morning and I was studying how to build a merch store. You know. Now I got the steps. Now we're gonna put it in play, and now you're gonna start seeing me with merch. So now, when I'm on Bando Hunters, I got my Bando Hunter shirt on. You know,
Yeah.
So I mean, that was the example I was using for like the execution part of it. It's a thought. You got to take it from a thought, put it on paper, write down the steps, and then do it. Put it in play.
Because one thing I know is even working a job, and I tell people this all the time, especially people who go to college. You are working for somebody who had an idea and just carried out their idea. That's why you working for them.
Right, right. You know what, man? It's crazy, man, because I agree with you, man. But on the flip, as time gone by, I just realized some people, everybody just not cut out to be a boss.
I understand that.
Yeah, you
I
know what I'm saying?
understand that more and more every day.
Yeah, like I didn't used to think that though. I used to be like, "What you doing? Like how you do that?" But then it's like, man, you know what? Somebody got to be the workers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be support. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just, it's like natural selection. Like everybody don't want to be out front. Some people cool, just getting a check, going home, eating, taking care of their family.
Yeah, you're right because one thing I learned over the time, everybody got their role. Everybody's not gonna be a boss. Some people just cool with, hey, let me get my check. I don't want all these responsibilities. Let me handle the minimum responsibility.
Right. Now, I'll say this. That's for the people who happy doing what they doing. Now, if you're not happy doing what you're doing and you complaining, then you need to get out here and when you get off work, you need to be trying to start your 5 to 9. You know what I'm saying? If you happy with your job, you know, you work at Pepsi, Coke, you got a blue collar job, cool. You work, you go home, you take care of your family, cool. But if you ain't happy and you miserable and you complaining, stop complaining. Let's do something about it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I started this show. And another reason, like you talked about your merch, I'm slowly pushing. I got the I don't know if you seen the song. What is it? The I Can't Breathe song.
Mm-mm.
Well, check this out when you get a chance. Type in RMJR I Can't Breathe on YouTube, and at the end of the song, I say, "I'm way too woke to be living off a quote." And I'm pushing merch that say too woke to be living off a quote.
I'm gonna check that out. Too old to be living off a quote.
Yeah, too woke to be living off a quote.
Too woke to be living off a quote. I like
Yeah,
that.
I got some long sleeve shirts, got the hoodies coming, the toboggans, the whole nine.
Send me the link, man. I'm gonna be the first purchase.
I got you. Man, one thing I appreciate you for taking time out your busy schedule. You want anything else you want to let the people know?
Man, if you want to learn real estate, man, that's why I started the YouTube channel. Definitely subscribe. It's gonna be well worth it. I mean, I don't even put nothing out that I'm not giving some type of game on it. So, just follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram at postpro_Shadzilla. I'm always I'm posting like business stuff, real estate, educational stuff. You know, I ain't gonna mess up your news feed. You know what I'm saying? You gonna learn something.
Okay.
Some people mess your news feed up.
Yeah, they hit you with that garbage, man.
Yeah, man.
And one thing before we leave, I noticed you quote a lot of Nipsey hustle stuff throughout your videos. What's that about? Tell the people what's that about, cause you a big you you hone into a lot of stuff that Nipsey say.
Man, boy, Nipsey, man. I took man. I've been on Nipsey since '09. Like I just resonated with his message. Coming from where we came from, West Side. I mean, we can relate. Outside of like having LA having heavy gangs, like we still had bullshit going on. And
Exactly.
we was born into that. So, I mean, I just resonated with his message, man, because he was somebody who came from the hood, who was trying to make it out and bring his people with him. That's exactly what I'm. That's exactly what I'm on. So it's like when somebody doing music that's like you agree with, not just hey, we finna go out to the club, let me listen to some dumb shit and get crunk. You know what I'm saying? But like it was like, damn, like I'm this is the same shit I think. You know what I'm saying? So I just resonated with it, man, and he ain't never let me down on that now song. I'm getting a message out of it. Just like I said, you watch my YouTube channel, you gonna get a message out of it. Oh, I ain't even putting it up. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get some knowledge or some if you interested in real estate, not even real estate, just business. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. You gonna get something. I'm not even putting nothing out that ain't got no game in it.
Okay. Man, I appreciate you for being on the Deprogram show, man. And those who are watching, y'all share this because y'all can get some game from this man. And he gonna take it to the next level when you see his work ethic. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. Studying what you've been doing that motivated me to a whole nother level, and I salute you.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for having me on, man. We gotta do it again another time. You gotta ask me some harder questions. I'm messing with you.
Hey, I got you. We were just getting our feet wet.
Yeah, you took it easy on me this time.
Yeah, like You got a little bit more time?
Yeah. I'm in the office, man. I'm chilling. I just ordered
Okay,
pizza,
let me
man. I'm
see.
good.
Let me see what kind of question, cause man, you
I'm
know
having
my mind
fun.
be going.
Yeah, I'm having fun now.
All right, so at the end of the day, what are you trying to do for us, like under your umbrella? Whether it's like expanding from the real estate, where do you see yourself taking it?
Man, to be honest with you, man, expanding from the real estate, that's inevitable because I'm putting the work in. That's gonna happen. What my main focus is moving the needle for my people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like you just asked me about Nip. You know, his whole thing was bringing everybody with him. You know what I'm saying? Like one person make it out, you go back and get others. You know what I'm saying? So I got a program called Operation Double Back coming. That's through my nonprofit to where we give out scholarships. Like, like I said, I got the brokerage. So I'm taking 10% off everything we sell, and I'm donating scholarships for kids to go into like business fields, STEM fields, real estate, things like that. So that's my main focus. The real estate is gonna take care of itself. The real estate is what's gonna allow me to come back and give back like I'm about to.
So you basically, I mentioned Master P. You kind of got some LeVar Ball in you. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the scholarships, you ain't sending them to college. You sending them, hey, this is a business. Like if you want to be in business.
Yeah, well, like I said, man, when you first started the show, you asked me, and I said the main thing college taught me off the court was that it was a business. Like you actually got money games and stuff like that. And anybody think the product don't deserve to get paid, man? Like you clowning yourself. Like and like they cover it up with this scholarship thing, man. But like they giving you something, but this is a trade off. And at the end of the day, you coming out on the other end of the stick than me. I'm coming out on the short end of the stick because you
I
get
mean,
the product. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it real, man, because I did a show years ago where I talked about, like, honestly, my only reason I never went to college is because me personally, I feel like it's like enslaving your people again.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I go that far. I ain't gonna say I
The only
disagree.
reason I say that is because, like, think about this. This is just me. You might disagree. If you go get you a degree, especially where you can make some money, first of all, like you mentioned earlier, you like $150, 150,000, or even 300,000 in the hole before you make your first dollar.
Right. Oh yeah. I agree. Now that you say that, I agree because I translate that into saying that you shouldn't start life with $100,000 worth of debt around your neck. Like that is a fucking bad start. Like no matter how you slice it. Oh, you got a degree? Okay, cool. I got a degree too. Like it's in the closet. I'm not using it. Even if I could use it, I wouldn't be doing I won't be fulfilled. I mean, I just feel like I know I had this conversation on another podcast, and I ended up changing the podcaster's thoughts on it because it's like how like I give you this example. I'm a broker, right?
Okay.
Ask me the number one reason people get declined to purchase their first home or any home.
Why is that?
Student loans.
Wow.
It
So
can't
you
be a
get
deal
so
well.
so you go to school to better your life, but then when you go to apply for a home, you can't even get the home because you done put yourself in the hole.
Yeah, man, it's an old business model. Now, when I say, I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm saying don't go unless you go for free because it's a bad deal. And it's coming from somebody who underwrites deals all day long. Like I underwrite deals to make sure it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to pay for it. You'd be better off going interning somewhere. If you don't get a scholarship to go to college, you need to go intern somewhere. If you don't, you're gonna be kicking yourself in 10 years. If you do, you're gonna be thanking yourself in 10 years. Because now, and I'll give you another example. Um, female friend of mine years ago, before I was married, she had student loan debt, and she was working at an entry-level job. Somebody with that GED working that same entry-level job, they coming home with more money than her. You see why? Because she got $1,000 student loan payment, and Mr. GED don't. And you'll be surprised how many, like, it's more people working entry-level jobs with degrees than anything else. A lot of people
And
not
I
working
ask,
that skill.
let me ask you this: going to college, what is the thing you learned about going to college? Like, what did you learn? Like, we ain't talking about the basketball. We talking about what did college teach you?
College taught me how to drink.
How to what?
How to drink. That's it. College taught me how
Wow.
to drink. I'm not lying. I'm like I'd be lying if I said I didn't learn nothing. But like that's the only thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not really even trying to be funny. So you would think the hood would have influenced me to drink. I didn't drink when I was in the hood. I
You
didn't
know, I
drink.
know.
I didn't drink till I went to college, because the thing about it is, it's like it's a thought mechanism, right? Like when I'm in the hood, the people I see drinking are winos and stuff. So you're like, damn, I don't want to be like that. Like, nah, fuck that. I don't want nothing to drink. But when you go to college, you see 19, 20, 21-year-olds having the time of their lives. So now you want to join in. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm being honest, I mean, I said it before. Like, college didn't do shit but teach me how to drink.
Man, you know what's crazy? Most people I ask, what did college teach them? And they tell me it taught them how to work for somebody else.
That too. I wish I could have said it taught me how to network, but it didn't, because there's no one telling you, hey, you should be networking. It's kind of like it's networking by default. The people who stick around, and y'all cool for the rest of y'all life. But networking is actually being intentional on going to meet a certain group of people or a person. You see what I'm saying? So people like, oh, you go to college for the people you meet, but no one's teaching you how to do that. Like it's actually steps to it. You know, like networking is even networking with people outside of your circle. You know, like I flew to Orlando within a 8-hour notice to go meet somebody down in Orlando I needed to meet. That's networking.
Of course. Like even with like we hear people talking about the inner city. We grew up in the West Side, and most of the time you hear, well, you're a product of your environment and stuff like that. But one thing they don't understand about the neighborhood, like even me and you, like I'm 37. If I'm not mistaken, you 36, right?
Yeah.
So we grew up pretty much like brothers. Like you lived in your house, I lived in my house. But when I see you, I don't just see my homeboy, I see my brother, because we grew up and our neighborhood has a family atmosphere.
Right, for sure. Like we still all tight now. Like when we get together for the Big Dan event, or at any other event out there, back to the West Side, like it's like, damn, I can't wait to see such and such. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like the West Side, because we different from any other side. Like, like let's say the East Side and North Side, like you got that, but it's like everything else. Like we right there clustered within a couple of streets. Like you got
Yeah.
the projects, you got the Elks, you got the new apartments, and you got a couple people up in the towers. You know what I'm saying? The Ridgeway. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody, like right there, like walking
And,
distance.
and then it's like you see, like when we grew up, you took your path, I took my path, and then we can be able to come together and even network on something like this.
Right. And anytime as soon as you said, hey, can you do it? I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. And when you drop your merch, I'm gonna be the first one to buy it. That's how I rock. That's how everybody should be. Group economics. You know what I'm saying? I should want your show to be the best podcast, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? However I can support you. Like I believe in energy. So if everybody bought your merch, that'll get everybody else to want to start buying it. You know what I'm saying? So now you got business rolling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm reading a book now, Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. You know, he talk about power, group economics, and group politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do more together than we can apart. You know, I say that too right now. I got a couple friends that's in the real estate business, and we all just doing our own thing. But I'm like, why we ain't never did a deal together? Like, why not? You know what I'm
And
saying?
it
Like,
just
I
makes
don't
sense.
understand it. I don't understand it.
But I mean, you look at it like this. Like even when I was really hard in the music, even when I moved, I could come to the West Side and I could say, "Oh, I got this," and dude be like, "Man, I gotta have it, man. This the hood, this the family," and it go like this.
Right, right. Hey, you know what I was just thinking about while you was talking? Man, do you got any of them old CDs of you and Brian and Mark J?
Man, you know what's crazy? I don't think I got none of it. I'm gonna tell you who I might try to reach out to, who I know got it. I bet you Maul got it.
Man, bro, we gotta burn that, bro. I gotta hear that, dog. I need a CD.
Man, I gotta get with Maul. I know Maul got it, cause you know Maul don't he keep everything.
That's like a family heirloom, man. It's like a West Side heirloom. Like we gotta gather up all the music because when we go back to the West Side, we gotta play that old stuff. Like really, really go back.
I think, man, with me, they were cool and all, but I'm just trying to
Oh, you on
I'm
something
trying
else?
to
I know.
evolve.
Yeah. Now I'm with you 100%. That was me being selfish. I want to hear my old.
I mean, that's cool, cause even with dude, I'm gonna tell you something I catch flack about. Like I interviewed my little sister, and we was talking about boxes. Like in the West Side, believe it or not, I'm older than she is. But when I go to the West Side, they say, "Hey, that's Chopper, big brother."
Yeah,
And the reason they do that is because when I was in the West Side, I was minding my business trying to get out.
yeah.
But she was doing her thing for, you know what I'm saying, making a name for herself in that box.
Right.
So it's crazy how, hey, Daniel say he got one of them.
Got one. I can't see the comments. What do you say?
Daniel Johnson said, I got one of the CDs.
Oh man, hey, we gotta burn that, bro.
I
Hey,
ain't even tripping, man. Go. If he got one, man, go to burn it. I ain't even tripping. Hey, you got my permission on live burn it, man.
I'm gonna cut your part out, bro. I ain't gonna bring
You can eat my. I ain't tripping. I said it. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I said what I said. That's part of my testimony, though.
Yeah,
So
for
I ain't
sure,
even
for sure.
tripping.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with
Yeah, cause man, hey, it's amazing how like I look at honestly, man. I look at you. I look at Redbird. I look at Maul, and I be like, man, okay, I see them dudes, and we all took kind of different paths, but we moving forward.
you. Right.
And we can all still come together and be like, "Hey, man, that's my brother. He doing good." And we ain't none of us been on no trip to where hey, let's go to the penitentiary or nothing like that. And even the guys who went, most of them come out and they be like, "Man, that ain't the move."
Yeah. Yeah. I know shit. Couple of homeboys locked up. I chop it over Big Gerald every now and then.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. Big Gerald, that's my guy.
Big Gerald, I don't. I gotta send him another real estate book. I just sent him. I sent him a couple real estate books, and I gotta send him another one.
Yeah,
I'm reminding
he got
myself.
something cooking. I know Gerald got something cooking.
Man,
Ducky watch it way in California, man.
Ducky Mac, what it do? That's my partner too. But yeah, man, and that's another thing that I'm that the nonprofit is gonna do. We come back teaching teach not just real estate. I'm coming back teaching everybody how to build generational wealth. Like it's gonna be real estate, life, like how to buy life insurance, like all the wealth building blocks that people look over. You know what I'm saying? Stocks. How to create products. You create something one time, get paid off of it over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Like
residual income.
yeah, again, residuals, like everything. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's coming. 2021 gonna be a good year.
I think, man, we need to. One thing I'm gonna put this out there. I think me, you, Redbird, let's see, guys with like minds, we need to come together and put together like a almost like a West Side think tank to where we see guys and we kind of get with guys or families and say, look, give them like a blueprint of like not how to live, but like other options. Cause in that box, man, you and I both know it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard, man. Um, Definitely need programs, man, to kind of help combat that. Cause like I know it's tough, man. Every time you walk outside, it's shit popping off. But it's like I'm not like as a kid. It's like it's not hanging on the block. It's like my friends outside, so I'm going outside, and it just so happened to be shit going on outside. You know what I'm saying? So, we definitely need programs, keep kids occupied, something engaging though too. Something that'll keep them on the edge of their seat. You know what I'm saying? Like learning. Like I think I think where a lot of things went wrong early was, and that's why I want to. With my programs, like you're gonna be out doing shit. Like I don't want to be standing in front of a board talking to you to death. Like I can guarantee you, if I take a kid on site and show them how to make some money, they gonna be engaged. Versus me standing and talking to them.
And one thing I remember even coming up in the West Side, like we had like maybe like a 4 or 5 year gap where they closed down the center. You remember that?
Hell yeah, man! I used to be in the sun every day. Shit, that was my man cave. I'm down there playing
And
motherfucking pool, ping pong, everything. I worked at the youth center too for
and
years.
then I don't know if you remember, but right when that started to happen, when they closed it down for those years, we lost a lot of dudes to the streets during that time because,
Yeah,
like you
because
said, they didn't have nothing to keep them occupied.
right, and them same dudes like when the youth center was open, we was in the youth center. It's like when the youth center wasn't open, hell, we couldn't do nothing but be outside. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and I think that's around the time a lot of my homeboys joined the gangs and stuff.
Yeah, like we.
Wasn't nothing to do.
So you
Everybody
gonna
don't hoop.
find something to do.
Yeah, like everybody don't hoop. Like sports kept me busy, right? So when I'm at basketball practice and they get out of school, they outside. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, everybody wasn't able to play sports. So for the people who didn't, they like now they're not like idle hands. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to find something to do. I think
Cause
that,
like you had sports, I had music, and when I went in music, I kept me a job.
bro, everybody needs something to do, man. Even me, man. I'm gonna give you this example. I'm just being real. Like when I'm not working out to make up for that time, I drink more than I should. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm working out, I'm on water. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to mess up the workout. Like I'm occupied. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs an outlet, a hobby, something that they're working towards to keep them occupied. Because I know shit. When shit get boring, that mind start wandering.
Yeah, idle mind gets you in trouble.
That's why them programs. That's why I feel like when the youth center closed, man, that was horrible. Because now, like I said, I was working at the youth center. Now I'm out of a job. You know what I'm saying? Like now what? Let's just think if that was my like only source of income and I wasn't playing basketball and I couldn't get another job. Like the youth center it wouldn't even work to me. Like I'm in the West Side Youth Center. Like it really wouldn't work. Like I was just happy to be getting paid for being there.
Yeah, yeah, man. It was a journey, man. I'm glad we made it out, and then one of the reasons why I want to put like the think tank together to help others make it out, and that's like a way to pay it forward.
I'm 100% down with that. Hey, just let me know what I need to do, where I need to show up to, who we need to talk to, and we're gonna make it happen because that's definitely needed. And I think like I said, I was gonna do that myself, but like as a group, I think we can make more damage. So I'm definitely with that. Let's round everybody up, and let's see how we can change some shit.
Yeah, because you see guys like, and maybe that is. that'll set a trend, not just in our old neighborhood, but neighborhoods across the city, and that'll be a start anyway.
Right, right. I mean, it's like we just said, man. Like people just need something to do. You know, you got some people that they just like being in the bullshit. That's a small percentage, but most people don't like what they doing. They rather be doing something else. Like it's either whether it's for survival, peer pressure, or that's the only thing I can really think of. Those two things. But if they had something else they was chasing, maybe they lost confidence in what they was doing and they felt like this was an easy way out. But at the end of the day, man, the way my mind said, I ain't got a date again. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a date again. I don't like being told what to do. So I damn sure don't want to be getting told what to do for some years.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I like to eat good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I like sleeping in my bed. Like, I mean, it's tough. I just hope people had like more confidence in what they was doing, because a lot of times people like it's like that's all they think. They feel like they good at something. You know what I'm saying? So, and it just really ain't worth it.
Hey man, I'm gonna share this with you. And this one thing I learned, man. Living in the project, I also went. Also, Troy said Rashad is the greatest of all time. You remember Troy Rogers?
Yeah, that's my dog. What you mean?
Yeah, he over here, man. Troy over here.
What's going on, Troy? We still gotta do that interview too. I want you to interview me, man. You know a lot about me, man.
Yeah, Troy. Hey, Troy remember us when we were like this.
Yeah, Troy was a part of helping keeping us busy. He used to take us out, have us doing stuff, going to church. That kept us, like, he was one of the ones, and I can't see the comments, but he was one of the ones. He used to take a group of us, me, Donnell, Lil Dub, RP Lil Dub.
Yeah,
Who else we used to have with us? Tonyo, Ducky. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Lil Fred.
Yeah, Lil Fred. Like that gave us something to do. Like, he had us doing paper routes. Like, we used to make a little money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave us. And then he was a good mentor. So he showed us like what a man is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the ones who didn't have a daddy at home. You know what I'm saying? So like without that, who knows what we would have been doing?
Yeah. So I think I was going into saying, like, one thing I noticed, I don't know if you know, but back in '07, I did like 4 months in jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I noticed about being in jail was being in the project and being in jail was basically identical.
Mm.
Cause think about this. I did time in Silver there. We had the bricks out there, cause you housed in the bricks. You got your schemers, you got your dudes who do all the stuff they do. Like, you got anything you got in the project, you got in jail.
Right.
And even when I went years ago, I went to pick up somebody from the penitentiary, and the penitentiary looks even more like the project. You know how the gate, like the almost we had like the gate with little holes in it around the project.
Yeah.
They got the gate with no holes in it. And I'm talking about, how you got your individual units, they got that in it. And I was like, man, it's like a setup.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Fortunately, I ain't never, went back there, but I can definitely imagine, man. Because I mean, just like you just explained, it's like the bricks.
So I mean, it's crazy, man, how it's like it's
Imagine
like
doing
it's
that
set
shit
up.
for 20 years, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. That's why I'm down for doing that round table, man. See how we can come together and help the ones that can be helped and want to be helped.
Yeah, because you got a lot of guys that fall by the wayside who might not even want to be in a game or want to go that route, but they feel like, man, this all I got.
Peer pressure, man. Peer pressure. It's crazy, man. I'm glad. My homeboys, man. They was A1 though, because even though a lot of them joined gang, they never asked me, so they already knew what I was on, and so I had some good homeboys. They just doing their thing.
Yeah,
And
one thing I can say about growing up in the West Side, if they knew what you was on, they say, "Hey, man, this even if you tried to get into that, this ain't for you."
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, all the time. Like, nah, you don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, chill out. It was a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was looking out for you, looking out for each other. So that's why I say I'm glad. Like, I had some good homeboys. Like, when nobody like, man, you go on, get down. Like, I don't think I was ever asked that, but we stayed kicking it. Like, it was no difference. They just got down with what they got down with.
Yep. So, man, I appreciate. Next time, man, I'm gonna dive a little deeper, and then as you progress in your business. So let me ask you this though: are you planning on having like a bando hunter segment, kind of like what they do on HGTV, to where you got, like, I got the Deprogram show. One of your shows on your YouTube channel could be the bando hunter.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I got it set up like that. So we got 3 shows. I came out with 3 shows out the gate. I got the vlog, like a day in the life. They follow me around, and then I got the bando hunters when I make specific properties. Telling about the deal, and then I got free game Fridays where it's just me by myself, and I'm just giving free game on real estate and business and building wealth. So
So
yeah.
y'all definitely check him out on Free Game Fridays on YouTube, man.
Yeah, for sure. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday is the vlog. Wednesday is the bando hunters, and Friday is free game Friday.
I'll definitely be tuned in, because hey, when you giving out free game,
Yeah, man. Just the only way you could pay me is to go do the work. If you just listen and don't do shit, you owe me.
say that again.
If you listen and watch the videos and don't do shit, you owe me. If you
I'm
go do
with
the work,
that.
that's how you pay me back.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you for being on here, man. We'll definitely have you on here again. And when all this foolishness over with, and one day you in the city, we gonna link up, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Let's make it happen, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. I thank y'all for tuning in. Share this. There's a lot of good information given on here. Tell them your YouTube channel again so they can go subscribe to those who missed it earlier.
Yeah, go subscribe to my YouTube, Post Pro Shadzilla on YouTube, and follow me on Instagram at postpro_Shadzilla. Like I said in the beginning, man, you're going to walk away with something. I won't even put it out if it wasn't a message in any of the videos.
And y'all also go subscribe to the Deprogram show on YouTube, the Deprogram show on YouTube. Follow the page on Facebook. And we just gonna continue to move in progress and make something happen for not only ourselves but the community as well.
For sure.
Salute, homie.
I appreciate you, bro.
The Deprogram show with my homeboy Shadzilla, aka Rashad Jennings Jones, and we out.
Holla at me.